Alright, let's get started. I think everything is good to go. Just looking at audio levels real quick. Yeah, I think we're good. Alright, about 115 players on for this OFCRA match. I'm just adjusting all my buttons here, making sure everything's good to go. Alright, so let me go ahead and get our poll up. So it's Italians on blue 4 and Swiss on op 4. Interesting combination. We'll have to see how that plays out. Alright, so they call this Trouble in Tavernello. They're using names of some of the OFCRA players in this one as well. And I honestly, just reading in all of this, it's kind of funny. But this is meant to be an operation in the 1970s. The following is an open letter from the Italian intellectual Massimo Lolo, author of bestseller La Mia Battaglia. I read Rigel's article about Switzerland's refusal to collaborate to strike back on undisciplined Swiss citizens, but this is not the only picture of the behavioral disparities. For work, I commute from Milan Metro to Kama by car. Well, on the way back around 8 p.m., it is normal to be overtaken by a breakneck speed by big engine cars with Swiss license plates, and if you don't move, someone even passes you on the right, especially on Friday evenings when they go out to the nightlife in Milan, where they probably do what they would be afraid to do at home. But how? At their house, they go at 90 kilometers an hour and are careful not to slam the door. As I arrive in Belpasse, LA, land of no rules. And here they whiz by at 200 or more. I checked last Friday on multiple cars. Poor things, you could almost understand them at home. They are kept on a leash. He's talking about the cars. And here, feeling protected by the Swiss Niet, they let steam off. It's a shame that if we try to behave like this at home, if you don't pay the fines, you won't leave. It is better in this case to have a credit card which they accept on the road rather than return on foot. I'm not even going to read the last line. I don't know what that is meant to relay for the operation, but okay. Helicopters unlocked after 60 seconds for both sides. Artillery in the purple cap zone, all fire after 60 minutes have been passed. Interesting. All right, let's actually get into the operation, because that was pretty interesting, for lack of a better term, on this terminology. So, common objectives: control towns to enforce or not speed limit. So the Swiss military and the Italian military are fighting over speed limits for this one. That's great. And I'm reading some of these other objectives. Good God. All right. So, control the towns. Whoever controls the purple zone will gain 4 points at the... Let me go ahead and adjust my audios here. And the wind is up, so that's going to be a bit annoying. But we got plenty of time to bet, so I'll keep going over everything, then we'll go over spawns. So, whoever controls the purple cap zone, which is this entire town, gets 4 points. Whoever controls the orange cap zone or not... Wait, no. Control the petrol station to starve or not the Swiss of cheap gas. Alright, so purple cap zone cashed in at the 60-minute mark. That is worth 4 points. Let me check my freaking audio levels here, because that's going to get loud. Alright, let me adjust my audio setup real quick here and get that sorted so it's not too loud. There we go. Just want to lower my microphone a touch, rebalance it. There we go. Alright, I have it where I want it. Let me know if I'm too quiet, guys. Wow, do you mean the jet engine here? Plugs, good God. Alright, but nonetheless, let me go back into the operation here. So, basically the purple zone is a 4-point cap zone that's capped out at the 60-minute mark. The orange zone is a 3-point cap zone that's cashed out at the end of the game at the 90-minute mark. Blue 4 have to prevent the destruction of great Italian artillery, all 3 at the 60-minute mark. That artillery is located over here. Hitting some buttons so I can get things around. So it looks like we have 2 M270s Actually, no, it's all three M270s. Interesting. And then OPFOR have to destroy all three from quote-unquote haunting my wholesome OFCRA missions. What's weird about this is Blue 4 get 5 points if they defend it, but OPFOR only gain 1 point if they destroy all three. And then Supremacy, if you have 10 or less people on your opponent's team alive, that's 3 points total. And both sides otherwise spawning, Blue 4 spawning close to their artillery position, OPFOR spawning pretty far off. Weird combo to work with, but let's go ahead and tab back in. And let's see if we can get this all working here. Looks like the audio for the wind is lower in some other areas, which is quite nice. All right. So our OPFOR Swiss forces here, looks like we have M250 cals. Their main rifle is going to be that STG-58, I believe. I think that's that's 308. So 7.62 by 54. And it looks like all of the riflemen are given that rifle. It's meant to be the 1970s, so that's all iron sights. They've colored over and made these really cool looking red Hueys. Interesting. Looks like they're all transport, though. No gunnery on the side. And I do see some 240s on some of these 113s as well. So it looks like 350 cals and three 240s. Otherwise, I'm looking to see if there... Looks like there's a bipoded version of the gun. And I do see some dragons for AT capability. I do see some MG3s in play as well with the wraparound instead of the box for that belt magazine. But yeah, it appears to just be some single-shot disposable AT that is a pretty big round. 113s. We got some rifle grenades in play as well. That should be interesting. Here's the Dragon again. Yeah, Rifle Grenadiers, they have that big Alice backpack, so there might be multiple. Some might also be assistance for the machine gun. But that is an interesting call there. It looks like the leadership is actually given the Dragon. Then you got the assistant down here probably with those rifle grenades, and everyone else might just be a rifleman. Oh, we do have that little bipod. Actually, no. All of them have that bipod. Most of them do, and then these last two do not. Interesting. But otherwise, that is their primary weaponry. No scopes for the Swiss. Looking at Blue 4 real quick. We have a bunch of transport trucks. We've got some M2s on top of some Willy Jeeps. Looks like there's 3 of those for some light attack vehicles. Their main weapon is going to be Mark 14s with some skeletal or wooden stock. So it's a 7.62 by 54 fight here with both sides having that 308 caliber. We do have some super bazookas in play. Those are usually reloadable as well. Don't know how many we have specifically, but there was at least one. I see a second one right there. Got some RTOs. I don't see any marksmen. I'd imagine there's probably some rifle grenadiers to keep things even. We also have some MG3 gunners as well. So they're really just mirroring the calibers and the weaponry here, which is quite nice, and we'll just have to see how good it is on the field. But yeah, OPFOR having more heavier weapons on their vehicles makes sense because they're technically on the offensive side. Blue 4 are going to be just trying to be fast attack with those 50 cal cars, which they can go somewhat fast, and they can... I think off-road compared to the 113, they'll go at similar speeds. I think, of course, a car would go quicker, but it's an older car, so its engine isn't as efficient as we see in more modern-day cars of that size, like Land Rovers, for example. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and go over our roster here. So I'm looking for Blue 4's commander, and I can't seem to find it. I see platoon leaders, and then I see an Alpha 2-4 group. I can't tell if that is going to be a quick attack team or if that is meant to be leadership. It very well could be leadership, though, because I see that someone has a beret. So it looks like Twig King is going to be leading the Blue 4 detachment, and OPFOR has theirs clearly labeled as command. That's going to be flip for flat. Otherwise, doing a quick shout-out of all of our players in this 120-player operation. We have in Platoon 1, Rigel, Mr. Cole, Nubass, Goatland, Ash, and Bluck. In another group within Platoon 1, we have Jack, Watts, Postal, Killer J, and Oddball. Third group in Platoon 1, we've got Massimo with Stefano, Django, Nabala, and Florencia. I'm butchering some of these. Tootie Root also just joined Group 4. Otherwise, command for the second platoon, because it looks like there's no command group for the first platoon. We've got, looking down, Dasam, Snack, Montes, and Settler. The first squad in the platoon group outside of command is Gerald, Gregory, Fila, Crazy, and Watchtech. But yeah, there's a mix. I think the solid rifles might have the rifle grenades to indicate, because most of them have the skeletal stock. But actually, no, that's a lie, so it's more evenly mixed. So I'm just trying to figure out. Looks like Adrisip is the AT gunner because he has the AT symbol, but I don't see an actual AT launcher on him, so that could be another distinction. Otherwise, next group we have PHK, Wonder, Doritos, Ivnomain, and Demavar. Next group we got NASA, Banks, Swola, Gazog, Tackleberry, and Wombat. Again, leadership, it's Twig Keen with Camrad Pie and Jasper under him. And then the third platoon, we've got groups with Henry, Sancho, Puffer, Burst, DT, Fons, Snodgepair, and Pierce for 1RW. And then another group has Hero, Gelfsky, Huni, Fredo, and Pussy Slayer. I think it's meant to be No. I got that right. I got that right. Anyway. Snuggles, Sam, Curie, Seismo, Alexander, Sam, Lolo. There's 2 Sams. All right. I think that's a Sam doppelganger. And then Curie is just dead. Somewhere in this vehicle, he's just DED dead. Anyway, we already got Fit Flip Flap on Op4. His groups include Mr. White, Rick Hunter, Mancho, Delta, Aznor, Emil, Lemon, and Jonathan in their first platoon, Group 1. Group 2 has Utek, Danziger, Aquasino, Niel, blah, Robo, Pingus, and Linky. That's it. Phobos is in command of the second platoon with BD and Spirit under him. Second platoon has a group with Kaiser, Vovkodov, Nap, Overdrive, Spotty, Demnak, Drapper Hard, and Marvin. Another group with Wikicord, Skipu, Templar, Maxic, Jonathan, Grzowski, and Marty. We have another group with Gonzalez, Rizbo, Rals, Mario, Aetor, and Newton. Also, we have helicopters in play. It said that they would be deployable 60 seconds later, but I guess not. That has Demas, Kleiss, and Nathan together. Another group on the ground. It's in third platoon. It's Kremet with Dennis, Danny Swede, Ian, or Kevin, technically. Wait. Hold on. Rapenizor. I'm trying here. Cheeseburger and Callie are also in the group. Another group, Reserves, has Elis, Pogo, and Barrows. And then we've got a search and rescue group, one with Depso and a third one with Damien. I guess they're just flying reconnaissance for those helicopters. Otherwise, Op4 going to immediately bank it to the southern side of the AO and stay back. Blue 4 already starting to get their foot in the door. We got some groups around the 3 artillery vehicles. And again, a point breakdown at the end of the 60-minute marks. 2 things are scored. Number 1, whoever has more people in the purple zone. And then if these arty pieces are still alive. If 1 or 2 are destroyed, no one gets any points. If all 3 are destroyed, Op4 gets 1 point. But if Blue 4 keeps all 3 alive, they get 5. So big bonus to Blue 4 if they can keep all of them alive, which means it's going to be a priority target for Op4 to try to at least take one of them out to negate that massive point bonus. And then at the end of the game, whoever has more people in the orange zone will gain 3 points. And then if either side has knocked out the other team to 10 or less players... Let me actually tab out real quick and look at that. Yeah, Supremacy, fewer than 10 Blue, 4 still alive, they gain 3 points. So that's a pretty big threshold, though. So I'd imagine for OFCRA numbers, both of them are going to get that, because 10 or less, I mean, this is a 120 or so player operation. So, you know, if we were divided evenly, give Op4, the attackers a slightly bigger advantage, but in this case it is Op4, that would be probably around 65 to 55. But that still means you got to knock out quite a bit of players, but... usually we do see the numbers on the side get that low unless one side completely dominates the other, which I guess just adds to the fact that's called supremacy, right? All right, one truck has driven up. They have one guy turned out to face everything, but looks like they're going to try to park the car back here. And the main convoy is still coming around. Looks like Op4 landed a few guys back here to try to set up some reconnaissance along the rear. Yeah, the wind is all tied to effects, and that's everything else, and my game just bugged out and made me hear a helicopter. I have no idea why I'm now hearing helicopter. So I think the game just glitched out and parsed me on one of the helicopters over here, but it looks like moving got rid of it. That was weird. I don't think I've ever encountered that audio bug before, despite encountering quite a few in my time of playing Arma. But yeah, I'll be trying to stay a little more low. Looks like they're changing who has an E-tool down here. Helicopters now flying around trying to figure out where hostiles are. In this case, Blue 4, so they can potentially guide their forces in to a path of least resistance to then try to take out that artillery. Blue 4, you see that. It looks like the cars are coming out from afar here. And they're immediately driving out. I think they see the smoke being deployed over here. This is only a driving vehicle, though. It doesn't have a gun on it. This one has one of the guns. And then you've got the other... no, one more gunner back there, and I'd assume that the final gun is probably being used somewhere on defense. But these cars are essentially going to try to get on the rear of these 113s and try to engage them from the back and try to slow down part of that convoy. OFCRA might have a plan of trying to put a few people back here and see if they can see anything from the highlands back here to try to get some overwatch and long-range shots with their... I think it was dragons, right? So they can just AGM some of those artillery tanks, and if they need to go in, they can try coming in from the rear, getting right behind the factory area here, and then push in on foot. But I've fought in this terrain before. Actually, I think this exact AO in the 506. It's very flat. There's not a lot of cover. It's all concealment and bushes, so people are going to outright spray each other, and it's going to get very messy. So it looks like the cars are coming up here to potentially try to establish a blocking position. Little do they realize that that entire convoy has already come around. So I thought these guys were speeding over to try to intercept this group, when in reality, they have to hear them to their south right now, though. I can hear them. We see them digging trenches, so to me, this makes me think that they're going to think OFCRA is going to try to push along this route, and actually... we're seeing some of the convoy dismounting here and coming in. So these guys are going to establish a blocking position. However, by doing that, they don't really have a good field of fire for the 50. There's a lot of bushes in the way. This is definitely a suppression weapon, but you still want to be somewhat accurate with it. Honestly, it would be better across an open field, hitting at the edge of the tree line, because that gives them a lot of options, then move it around to cover if need be. And if it's not being used in that method, then it's better as a rear attack vehicle, if they even want to use it for its intended purpose. But I find it interesting that the purple zone also includes the airfield somewhat. But looks like these guys are going to be ordered to come over to help with this defensive line because they hear the 113s moving up here, but OFCRA is already starting to maneuver forces around. Yeah, Arma's full of features. Thanks, Todd Howard. Infiltrating, he went to Bohemia for a day instead of Bethesda. So this position's going to get overwhelmed very quickly. We might see a flanking action from these guys, but that battle's going to be determined very, very quickly. And then these guys, I think they're just going to take it cautiously over, but will it last an entire hour to maneuver up to that position? I could see OPFOR winning by sniping one of the artillery pieces and then converging on the purple zone, because going for all three to only get a point, it's easier just to snipe one and then put everyone in the purple zone. That'll give Blue 4 no points, you'll gain no points from it, but then you just put everything in the purple zone as Blue 4 spread out trying to find you in the first place. 113 is now firing at Blue 4 command down here. That appears to be one of the transport trucks. And they've disabled the engine, it's smoking. So 2nd Platoon command is going to be stuck up here. This gives away where OPFOR is going to potentially come in on. And you got these guys making a nice defensive position, but OPFOR going to end up in between these two hard points. Could see a Blue 4 flanking attack after, but I doubt it. These guys are probably only going to react when the other group gets taken out, but by then it could very easily be overwhelmed unless these guys push to this corner. In which case, these guys don't have any defenses set up. They would actually be very easily picked off. But we'll see if they mount up and then try to drive around and get on the rear of where that vehicle's firing, because if they don't, OPFOR is going to probably sweep this team up and get them. I'm not sure if these guys were close enough to hear that honk. I think only Blue 4 can potentially use the arty, but if they're going to use it on the purple zone, I think it's a bit too close. It's definitely within the minimum firing range. We have a Blue 4 uncon back here. I don't know if he got shot or he potentially fell off the... Okay, he fell off. Yeah, they just gave him an epi and bandaged him up and he was fine. Yep, so Blue 4, they're going to try to come around and do a rear attack on this force. We have a helicopter landing over here. It could potentially pick up some people and route them somewhere else, but where is anyone guess at this point? I don't know if these guys have any of those super bazookas, but to be used on the rear of that group would be very, very good. And now we've got OPFOR pulling back to their vehicles right here, not liking this sight line. They might be ordered to move into a different position. A few more OPFOR now moving over into the helicopter to be picked up. There they go. OPFOR now getting on this position, and it's... How do I word this? There is one trench right here that OPFOR is going to find, so they're going to know Blue 4 were in this area. That might get called up. They might play it a little more cautiously, but I was about to say, if Blue 4 dug no entrenchments, there's no way for OPFOR to know they were there. I just heard a super bazooka round land, and that has hit one of the 113s back here. So it was one that was not being used. There's also a random set of ammo boxes back here, but that 113 has now cooked off. And it looks like some people heard it, because we're seeing some reaction from Cheeseburger as he's starting to look back south. But we have other 113s that are crewed right now that could potentially be sniped by the Super Bazooka if Sam looks in that direction. He's going to hear him. He sees it on the horizon. He gets low. That secondary cook-off is going to give him away a bit more. We got Cheeseburger slowly moving down. OPFOR, it looks like they're not really reacting to the fact that that MT-113 just got taken out. But with this info, Blue 4 knows there's at least one dismounted squad in this region. Long-range fire still going on that area. We're going to probably see OPFOR rally this group and send it back. Not really a loss for them, though, because they've got 3 Hueys in the sky that can easily air route them around. Ah, I'm sorry, Zlenius. Yeah, you missed betting, buddy. I gave it 20 minutes at start. It's the longest I can do it. Now you got this team moving in, but OPFOR is going to start sweeping back. And I think they only have one driver in a car ready to go for their second, so their second car, I don't know where it is, but in a panic, that's not going to be able to pull everybody out. Now we got Cheeseburger looking around. I think he just saw some Blue 4. On his angle, they would have been skylining, so he's going to poke his head out. Briefly sees them. Sam has no idea that he is in danger here. Cheeseburger is now slowly trying to move up and flank their position. We got Seismo over here with the other Super Bazooka, though. They're about to have an infantry squad walk right on top of them. Now, thankfully, the angle of the Super Bazooka is going to help prevent Seismo from being instantly headshotted here. Now you got Cheeseburger moving up. He's going to potentially catch. Oh, they saw each other. MG3 opens up. Kiri attempts to return fire. He's going to opt to throw grenades and stay in the cover. That's smart because that is a freaking MG3. Snuggles moving up close to where those grenades were being thrown. He gets knocked to his feet. Seismo, he's got to be careful. He's got an entire squad behind him. And he doesn't notice yet. Now this hit squad for vehicles is now folding around. They're going to be fighting infantry. Seismo takes a headshot. Snuggles not realizing he's in danger. I just heard another distant launch of a Super Bazooka. Looking over here, we have both a Blue 4 and an OPFOR member down. We had a Super Bazooka launch over here. No, those are rifle grenades. Firing around, but Blue 4's trying to plug basically hold a line here as OPFOR's assaulting up that area. Meanwhile, looking back, Dr. Snuggles is caught in a 2v1 and he loses. You got Sam trying to come around and do a flank here. He gets cut down by that machine gun.
That MG3 is just tearing people apart. Kiri now the only one still alive from that group, and then you still have Alexander back here, who is now going to be squadless. Kiri running around trying to find an angle here, but this group has been more or less wiped by a superior OPFOR squad element here. Kiri runs up not realizing that he has right next to bad guys and he gets shot dead. And there goes that entire squad. Meanwhile, looking at this other fight, OPFOR trying to push the defensive line, but Blue 4 have the number advantage here and they're not really able to make much ground. We see another wounded Blue 4 member here, as OPFOR are trying to plink off at whatever moves. That was another OPFOR member that just got taken down. Swiss is OPFOR. Italians are Blue 4. A little worried about Demovar there, but he finally gets the shot he needs to get that kill. That MG3 and the Mark 14s, I'm going to be honest, are fairly quiet compared to other models I've seen them used with. We have a group of 3 on OPFOR's side now starting to move in. We have a wounded over here that is a Blue 4 wounded member. Looks like he got randomly plinked off from a ricochet shot. We have an OPFOR group maneuvering up. We do have someone firing back over here. He's got a bipod with that Mark 14, but at this range, he's unlikely to hit. OPFOR now down to 2 over here. You got some riflemen trying to snipe out the gunners, but it looks like the driver immediately turned in from the gunner seat. And now you got these guys kind of stuck in an open field here, engaging against an entire tree line. We have 2 OPFOR people being bypassed. We still have rifle grenades firing back and forth here. Blue 4 have sent in a reinforcing group along the rear here. They might try a rear attack on that element. I'm not sure that's the best call to make when you lost an entire squad already, but they do have that fast-moving 50 cal car. Maybe it'll be able to help snipe some of the vehicles as well, but sending an entire infantry complement with it, bit of a strange call, but maybe it'll be fruitful a second time around. And that heli that's flying over could potentially spot them. We'll see if they get spotted, if some of this OPFOR element starts turning around and setting up a defensive line. Another member of OPFOR was taken out. By the way, Ace updated, and now you can drag dead bodies. So you can no longer check if someone is dead by carrying or dragging them. So I gotta find the new meta for that one. But we see a Blue 4 member over here getting some more snipes. That's Ibnomain on 6 kills. All right, so we do have a scoped weapon here. That is an M1 Garand with a simple rifle scope. But he's on 6, so I mean, clearly it's being effective here. So I'm curious, Ibnomain is tied to what group? Okay, so just in a squad, it has a marksman rifle. We have Blue 4 with a stolen OPFOR vehicle. Demovar on 2 kills. And he just ran over an unconscious body. Not sure if he knew it was uncon. But he's driving this one back. Ador might think that's a friendly because it's a friendly vehicle. Demovar gets out. He's looking for him. He spots him. Gets him in the head. And that's 4 kills for Demovar because I think it credited him with a run over kill too. Blue 4 now moving up. That attack car staying back. Some double tapping shots go in. The final OPFOR member, Pingus, he gets a kill. But he might get spotted by Demovar here. PHK also coming up. He's going to spot him. Walks right up to him, sees him double tapping a friendly. And that grenade's probably going to kill him, yeah. So, friendly grenade Demovar threw that. Friendly Blue 4 guy ran up, so Demovar can at least do medical on him. 3 more OPFOR coming up. Let's go ahead and watch this rear attack. Fast attack car driving up. We have this 113 right here with a bunch of infantry next to it. If that 50 cal can line up a shot, kill that AT gunner first. Deja vu. And instead they're going to completely overtake. He can't turn on the rear. It's going to turn everyone's attention. We see smoke grenades being thrown. I have no idea what this play is. I get using your speed, but now the... Shoot your gun! He gets a knockout. He can only fire that thing forward and 45 degrees to the left and right. I don't know why these chuckleheads threw a red smoke grenade to announce their presence, but now they can come up and start engaging that force because half of them have already started moving. OFCRA could very well be defeated in detail here. Looking back at this three-man group that's coming in, one of them gets spotted and immediately shot at multiple times. And finished off by Demovar, who's now on 5. Him and Ivnomain, 11 kills between them. He got a double tap, actually, so now it's even more. Demovar on 5, trying to get another. That second OFCRA guy goes down. Third one getting cut down right now from multiple different directions, and he is taken out as well. So that entire flanking attack on the Artie was not successful, which means Blue 4 is in a good position to get 5 points off the bat, which would put them in a very great position to win this entire game. 5 points for keeping all 3 Artie pieces alive, 4 points for more people in the purple zone, 3 points for the orange zone, 3 points if you can knock your opponent down to 10 or less players. Look at this, though. These guys are trying to line up a rifle grenade shot. Way too short. Gunner just immediately turned in. And now OFCRA is sending some infantry up to fight back. Rifle grenade goes short. Yeah, those rifle grenades, they're very difficult to use. They're very, very short range. You gotta give them credit for trying, though. We need to see this attack car now come up along the rear and start peppering them. But it looks like they still have a gunner focusing on trying to smack them. Meanwhile, Blue 4 trying to get more forces around to try a concave attack on this OFCRA group. One OFCRA member has turned around from the main force pushing in and is going to try to come and assist. Will it be enough, though, to stem the tide here? OFCRA's smaller garrison here that is... they're doing well in the hold right now. And with some vehicle support, will it be enough? We have the 50 cal now penetrating into this vehicle. The gunner is dead. Multiple knockouts. The other 50 cal, though, is now firing. I think it just got the gunner and the driver, and the vehicle cooks off. At least they did some damage to the vehicle here, but it wasn't enough. It could have been more, but unfortunately, these attacks felt a little separated. That vehicle should have started its attack as the infantry were pushing in, so that way more OFCRA would have had their attention divided. That grenade throw, though. Oh, it was so close. This bush is also absorbing a lot of shrapnel, but we see that it's still knocking a few people to their legs. Their knees would be better. But otherwise, Blue 4 is starting that concave attack. OFCRA can potentially just mount up in their vehicles and get out of here. Now we need to see this group transition to assist that frontline defense. These guys need to clean up as much as they can, because I don't think Blue 4 are going to live this fight. Unless we see a massive turnaround here, but I'm also worried about that one little wild card player back there. But yeah, Blue 4 are down to 6. This is command attacking, by the way. So Twig King is usually a pretty heavy hitter here. He's trying to line up an angle to hit who he can. He sees that movement. He's trying to get him. Gets the knockout. He's trying to do a few double tapping shots. OFCRA, they've pulled away. We do see some wounded. There's still some people around the 113 as well. They're trying to use it for cover. But Blue 4 only down to about 6 players here, and one of them wakes back up immediately. More shots going in here. Blind suppression. And there's the kill. Looks like on the top of the spine there. 50 cal now firing. More shots going out on overdrive. We also have an additional knockout here. And that 50 cal is desperately trying to get Twig here. And he does. Lucky headshot through the tree. But he doesn't know he got him yet. And these guys don't really have anything to deal with those 113s because the AT team already got itself killed, and I doubt these guys ran into their bodies. Which is another thing. Their one asset that could really take care of the 113s kind of drove up and went on its own. And that's what's kind of costing that Blue 4 team right here. Now, I'm going to be honest, Blue 4 have a really good defensive group on the airfield. They've got the airstrip in between them and OPFOR, and OPFOR have to come to them. So eventually what needs to happen is this OPFOR group needs to clean up the remaining infantry here, get in a vehicle, and then try to blitz it over to Blue 4 side of the airstrip and immediately start up a flank. Blue 4 can take their forces and either counterattack a movement, or they can try to reinforce a different angle. I don't think the artillery needs any backup. They would be much better utilized as an offensive or flanking role. You still see some Blue 4 trying to get some range shots up here. I just don't think it's going to be enough. Giving credit to NASA and Wombat here. They're both still taking shots, though. Wombat's been hit a few times. He doesn't realize that his position's spent. Also, Grenbrig, thank you for the raid, buddy. I'm assuming you were playing Arma, but feel free to correct me. So a few OPFOR now getting on the rear of some of the Blue 4 members here. One of the Blue 4 guys spotted it. We get a knockout trade, 2 knockouts. Jasper can run up, double tap those bodies, and potentially provide some immediate medical to his guys. There's one double tap. He needs to score the second. He puts 2 shots in him, but he doesn't go down because they went into his body armor. He's checking the body. I just heard AT go off. Did Blue 4 just suicide charge a truck across the... Yes, they did. Interesting. I think they were trying to potentially come up and assist these guys, but they ran into an OPFOR group, and this is not good for Blue 4 here. Because they also drove in between the OPFOR positions. It would have been easier to have a vehicle flank on that side instead. Looks like the medic got brought back up, but the guy that got those 2 kills, well, technically a kill, the knockout went down, but that 50 cal finally knocks him again, because 50 cal is just... Well, there's a reason it's called an anti-material round. 3 remaining on that Blue 4 group. OPFOR still down to about a squad-sized element and a vehicle. I don't think Blue 4 got as many kills in that fight that they wanted to, but thankfully they've wiped an entire OPFOR attack of about 2 squads, if not a full platoon. And right now, I would definitely say the game is in Blue 4's favor. Just scrolling and seeing the amount of people still alive on Blue 4 compared to OPFOR, especially OPFOR having smaller groupings compared to Blue 4, I think right now Blue 4 is at a pretty good advantage. We might further see that increase. Opening engagement doesn't get much. They should have started with grenades. That grenade might do something. We get a triple knockout there with that one. If you're going to start an ambush, use grenades first, because grenades are going to be harder to find. That's an AT grenade that was just thrown out. That big one. Actually, no, that might have just been an older model hand grenade with the stick. Because usually the AT one is impact. But yeah, they pull away. Yeah, they got a little bit of harassment in there, but it's not going to be much. I think they're going to be able to get all 3 of these guys back up. Now OPFOR trying to sweep up this area here to make sure that they're clear. However, the 113 that was stolen, coming around on this side, no one on the gun. What worries me about that is this 50 cal. However, the vehicle engine is down. We do have Marty with the Dragon launcher there. I think they're trying to figure out if that could be friendly or not. They might buy it. They might buy it. They totally think it's friendly, otherwise he'd have his AT out. Where's he going? Oh yeah, no, this... How about that? Rifle grenade immediately goes out. It's lawn. They immediately open up on this group right here. More rifle grenades going out. These guys freaking out, taking some minor wounds over that. And now you have this massive infantry group right here, though we do have one OFCRA guy on the other side. He could turn the tide here. Why would you dismount in the open next to a bunch of bushes? Why not just dismount right behind them? I think Blue 4 just misplayed this one pretty hard. Now we got these three guys trying to assist with this counterattack, but... So you can't run people over in OFCRA, but... I mean, you saw a dude with the dragon in front of you. I think the dragon guy freaked Blue 4 out and they tried to move into a different area. Because they had the super bazooka. All they had to do was dismount the super bazooka and then line up the shot. And then get someone on that 240. I think the 240 has to be disabled then. Because that was just a really weird call. Alexander manages to kill that rear attacker. This fight's now a little more even. We do have the helicopters flying over. We just need to have Blue 4 find a way to take out that one gunner. I'm assuming Ivnomain is dead. Yeah, he was the guy with the scoped rifle. I don't get why they went over and... I think that was a heat of the moment thing. And then they saw the bushes there and they just assumed that would be okay. Little did they realize. So Blue 4 losing a big chunk of that infantry that was part of the plugged gap. Op 4 did take a few casualties, don't get me wrong, it's still in Blue 4's favor, but it was not as effective as it could have been. And I agree, there's just some really weird positioning. I'd say more so on Blue 4's side than Op 4's side, but that's just my opinion. Trying to track Wombat in the smoke here. He is killless, and he is probably going to stay killless in this game. He panically throws a grenade. He's going to get a kill. Never mind. Martyrdom. Now we got Goatland right here with that AT. Nubass might try to medic him back up, and then Goatland can use that AT to hit that 113. It's no longer a threat, but it's better to just remove it from the game. And now we have a 4v4 right now. One of them's going to be medicing. Could turn into a 5v4. And then you've got Op 4 with a platoon lead back here. Command is still flying in the helicopter. But Op 4 are down to literally one infantry squad here. A small grouping of infantry here. And then just some small teams. Blue 4 still have some pretty solid groups on both of the objectives they need to cover. And then, hold on, I almost missed that. Another small group fanning around on the south. I don't see any other Op 4 elements in this zone. We have some random rifle grenade barrages. Bluck is a heavy hitter. I'd want to see what he can do by moving around here. I think he just got spotted, though. A grenade goes out. We see some long-range fire going in. I can't tell if that's friendly. That is Blue 4. I just don't know where it's going. Looks like it's trying to go on Op 4 elements here. Oh, man. It's 4-4 here. I think Nubass did a little bit of work on Goatland, yet we see, it's hard to see in this angle, but we do see bandages here. So Nubass just took a little bit of damage there, but he's going to potentially be able to stabilize Goatland. The only thing they got to worry about is stray fire, as this three-man group tries to move up. This group's been pinned here the entire time. They still have 2 wounded, funny enough. We got some shots going in from an MG3. Demovar on 6 now. He stole that MG3, and he managed to get a kill there. Bluck now trying to move in to plug the gap. He's going guns up. He's got one guy on his left that he doesn't see. He will see that one, though. But he immediately takes fire and gets taken out by the rear guard. Look at wow. A 10-and-1 vehicle kill. I think he has the kill lead. I think Ivno was at 7, right? But seeing an Op 4 member on 10, that could very well turn the tide. Demovar's only on 6, about to land 7. But he also could very well be the 11th. Great accuracy for Vov, Kodov here. So we're even. Actually, no, Gotland was brought back up. We could see some AT use on some of these vehicles down here. And we have an OPFOR 113 driving through. It does have a knockout symbol on it. Looks like the gunner was knocked, and we only have a driver in here to complement it. I've done it multiple ops around this AO. This is a suicidal charge to go through. You have to go around, because if you don't, they're going to pick you off right here. I do find it funny that command, looks like there was one Blue 4 defender in here, so platoon command just decided, F it, we're just going to charge it, and they traded 1-to-1 for it. Got some rifle grenades, a guy with a fancy hat. Ain't that neat. He's going to try to lob them over. I don't think he has the range. Older rifle grenades you can really only use up to like 100 to 150 meters at most, but here. I stand corrected. That was a 250 meter shot. Never mind. I think that's his max range though, but that was a great arcing. Meanwhile, looks like Marvin woke up. He's the scoped marksman, and he finally gets a kill at short range with a 10-round FNFAL. But I believe that was Bluck finally getting blucked. Now you got this helicopter. Bro, use your AT. Go! Go! Bro! Alright, 2 more Blue 4 get taken out. It's up to Gotland now. And I think Vov is now on 14 kills. Nope, he's on 12, but that's still pretty considerable. Yeah, I don't know what to say at that point. You got blind suppression here. He's trying to hit him through the bush. Oh, it's AT, not AA. Yeah, right. Okay, yeah. Never mind. He's trying to run up and throw grenades on him. The grenades aren't getting far enough, though. And Martin should be the one now pushing the flank here. Gotland's prone, though, but that bazooka might give him away. Oh, he's over range. There it is. Third shot gets him. All right, let's do a head count check. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They can't get those 2 up because they need blood. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17 on OPFOR remaining versus 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 28 versus, what, 14 or 15? Though if Vlad Kodov gets, you know, double his kill count, he will break the OFCRA record and quite possibly the PvP record that I've seen. Highest kill count for a one-life event, I still think, is Audrey Hotto, sitting around 24. And I do count his unconfirmed kills because, you know, kill bleedouts do matter in that sense. But look at this chucklehead up here. He's got a rifle grenade. You just run up to this position. Just toss a grenade in there. Are you going to point blank him with the rifle grenade? That's going to kill you too. Oh my god, but he actually gets away. Rifle grenade him. I would laugh my ass off. He notices. Finish him. I don't even understand what happened there. So that was platoon command. So that was Phobos. then OPFOR have no choice but to leave these two behind because there's nothing they can freaking do about it. Looks like they tried to medic that third wounded guy up, so Blue 4's ambush, I mean, it did slow down those guys, even though they lost a man. And you got the 113 up here with that M2. It looks like the driver was able to bandage up the gunner. I mean, from here, OPFOR doesn't really have a lot of plays left. It's... I don't want to call it GG, but... OPFOR could very well try to pull their infantry back, load them in the helicopters, and then try to attack the artillery position. And I love how you have the helicopter just kind of drawing fire up here instead. I think he's just spinning around to goad them. He might be landing to pick these guys up. Either they're out of 50 cal or what. We have an AI piece here as well. Looks like Blue 4 is also sending their last fast attack car up here to potentially plug that gap, maybe thinking OPFOR is trying to land from a different direction. Then you have this battle line and the tree line squaring off with the defenses on the airfield itself. But that was a big chunk of the airfield garrison that just mounted up to go over there. And now you have this big Blue 4 force. They took out some of the artillery defensive group, and now they're trying to sweep over on this side. Will they catch this three-man group that's trying to move in on a flank? I think OPFOR might just get out of this position here, but they could still be spotted by Henry. Oh, he had to have seen that one guy. He might be jerking his head around too much, though. That bush is going to stop that sight there. Oh, Henry. 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 Yes. Yep, immediately calls it in. Throws a grenade. Great throw, but OPFOR is moving away. That knocks one of them off. And I think he just got knocked out by that grenade. I didn't see any gunshots, and I'm not seeing any follow-up gunshots, so... Did Henry just knock himself out from his own grenade? Because that's not good. Meanwhile, this team's come up here. They're now checking around on this side. We're confused them a little bit. That kind of relieved the garrison here, and it looks like these guys might actually be pulling away and giving OPFOR a leg into this fight. OPFOR could still turn around and defeat Blue 4 in detail here if they make weird maneuvering calls. We do have the rest of Blue 4 trying to pick off what remains of OPFOR as they maneuver in. How many players are left on each side? Blue 4 is a little below 30. OPFOR is around, I would say, 14. We just did a head count, but OPFOR then lost one and trying to account for what's going on. So I'd say Blue 4 have a 2-to-1 number advantage over OPFOR at the moment, but that could change. wondering if these guys ever got a medic to come over. It looks like they did not. Which, to me, I mean, why wouldn't they just land, pick up this one medic, and move him over and get these two guys back, you know? Looks like these vehicles are going to mount back up and move back over because they're not seeing anything coming in on that side. So OFCRA will do a 90-minute round, and then sometimes they'll have a 30-minute bonus round. I usually don't cover those because I have to be, you know, somewhere else at that point. Three-man group is sweeping around. Grosowski is staying back, and Templar is the one running up. Here's the deal. If I see this group get wiped, it's GG. At that point, OPFOR does not have the numbers to do anything on this fight. And I'm probably going to call it early because it's just going to be us kind of waiting around, poking, you know, a single player with a stick. So Blue 4 now pulling away. I think their end goal is to come up and do this flank here. We do have Pooty here doing that on his own. He does have rifle grenades, so anything's possible. I don't think he was going to achieve much, though. Just with how defensively he was playing that previous firefight. But you never know. We have a bit of offensive maneuvering being done by Pierce. He can't resist running through these open fields. Wait, he sees a man. He's now going to radio his entire group to come back. Will Pierce engage? Interesting. Rather than Pierce charging through the open field to attack his target, he's actually taking a knee. Wait, nope, here it is. Come on, Pierce, charge him. No, Pierce, that's a bush. You have to keep using the open field. So I give Pierce a lot of shit in jest because he's known for charging his entire squad across open fields against machine guns, and it almost never goes well. So for those of you that have seen quite a bit of PvP on this channel, and you know... Hold on, Pierce, this is your shot. Did Pierce just kill that man with one hand while the other hand was on his hip? Alright, now Pierce is just showing off the power of his one-handed rifleman skills there. Good God. See, he knows that I'm watching him. Meanwhile, Blue 4 is blue on blueing their buddy here because he's out on his own. I kind of agree with this call, though. They don't know who this guy is. They don't know why a single guy is across the damn aircrete field, and there we go. Yeah, if you're going to flank around, then don't be in the open side where you can easily be shot at by your own dudes. You had all of this forest to work back here with if you're going to commit to an attack like that. Looks like OPFOR have deployed a few guys that they picked up earlier at this church location, and now they're moving in the purple zone. They might attack from the rear. 50 cal, meanwhile, still trying to find an angle to engage. The helicopter, which I was having some trouble locating. These guys are about to make a move. Again, bad idea. Pull back, get picked up by the helicopter, redeploy from the front. Grishowski, he was the guy that just got sniped off. It was Templar as the medic up here. He could very well do some nice infiltration here. All of Blue 4 on Overwatch points. He could come in here and just pick off people. That's only if he decides to commit, which it looks like he is. He just had to get around the fence first. Free booze, thanks for the 42-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations.
Keep up the good work.
And I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Blue 4, though, sending some more forces up to kind of comb this forested area. I think they're looking for additional forces here, but looks like now Blue 4 is blue on blue in more of their own forces. Didn't I just see someone in here friendly wiggle them? Bro, you were just friendly wiggling them. Why are you shooting at them now? What? Templar assassinates a dude with an MX rifle. What the hell? Damn, Templar, if I were you, I'd go grab that gun. That gun looks to be technologically superior. And it looks like it's got a little red dot sight. Go for it. Grab the officer's sidearm. Anyway. Now he's using this little opening to try to see Blue 4 in that side. They're still shooting at their own guys. Good God. I think these guys are going to make their way into the purple zone there. No artillery pieces have been taken out yet, so that's going to be 5 points to Blue 4. Cashed in about 10 minutes. They're just shooting at the helicopter for something to do, but they're way off. So funny enough, he's going to potentially kill the people that are doing the blue on blue. But these guys are all trying to push the forces out here. And then look at this. So they did try to push. They have 1 knockout. And I'm seeing a massive lack of infantry. There were like 6 to 8 here. Now there's, what, 4? Yeah. Well, at least the true veteran player here is still alive. So we're down to a group of 5. Technically a group of 3, a group of 2, a solo, and then another group of 4, and then 2 pilots. It's gonna be up to Templar. Now the STG-58 that he's using is a pretty silent weapon because it's just how it's coded. If someone looks at that back window though, he could snipe him, but looks like he's gonna switch to his binos. I was about to say, what the hell was that? Now, are these guys shooting at friendlies again? This blue on blue could be Blue 4's undoing. Now I have an on-4 helicopter coming back here to see if there's anything around. There is this one AI. Is Damien just landing so we can get a kill? Yep. Wow. A defenseless AI. I mean, that's one way to get yourself on the leaderboard. Hell yeah. Templar's gonna make a move. All he has to do is slightly open that door. And then once he finds them, pop a grenade in, and then breach on full auto. Okay, it bugs me that the option that they had was to take a truck and then just drive over this kill zone and, you know, not lose a big chunk of their infantry and go down to 4, but alright, whatever. So OFCRA are going to have a good chunk in the purple zone, though. They might get the 4 points. Blue 4 is going to get the 5 from the Arty. And then it's going to be if a supremacy bonus kicks in for one or both sides, and then, you know, whoever has control of that orange zone at the end. Templar's being incredibly cautious here, and I don't blame him, but at the same time, he's in a good position. Honestly, I don't know why. I think they're looking back because this group got reported that they were driving around with a truck then. I just have no idea what Twig's trying to pull. I don't think he can reach up there with a grenade. But it would be funny to try to pop a grenade up there. If he had a V40, a mini grenade might be able to make it. Just trying to see what he's going to do. Gets his binos out. He's looking across. He might see some of the blue four moving around. It's 7 versus 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, OFCRA should get the 4 points for the purple zone. Unless we see these guys sprint back. Come on, Templar, make a move. So every minute you don't make a move increases the likelihood of you just randomly getting killed. Do it for the content. Bro. Open up with a grenade. You know better. Did you really just... This is why... Open grenade! Grenade! You fool! Where's the grenade? He gets one. Does he not have any frags left? You donkey. Why didn't we just open up with... Bruh. 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 Maybe he's out of grenades. Proceeds to lob a grenade. You have him in a confined space. It hurts my soul, man. What is this guy doing? He's about to armor himself. That's what he's about to do. Performance anxiety. So I get what he's doing now. He's trying to get into a position where he can snipe people. Now you have some of that 5-man group. 3 of them have come up here, and now they're trying to engage. None of them are that veteran player. Nope, it is. All right, this is the guy I honestly want to watch. He did not just get number... Okay, yeah, he's on 13 now. He just sniped a chucklehead in there. He could break a kill record. I think the helis do count. No, they couldn't, because what's stopping aside from them just mounting up a heli, flying 20 clicks in the air, and they're staying in the purple zone? I don't think helis count. This is the guy I want to watch. Rifle grenades immediately going in, falling short. But he does get a kill on that guy. Is that 14? Nope, it doesn't count it. More blue 4 coming in. Pros on 13. If he doubles it to 26, I will be a happy viewer. He's gonna be spoiled for choice in a target-rich environment, but he's playing this very cautiously. He's got a little bit of support. He's got Templar on the side flanking. 50 cal's now trying to fire up on the helicopter's position. Points are going to start being scored in 2 minutes. Blue 4, though, moving a lot of forces in. OFCRA seeing some of the flanking forces moving in as well. That might be a smoke. I don't see why it would be a frag. They're too close for frags. but it's frags. I guess as a deterrent to make sure you're at least secure on the side. We see Blue 4's only down to one player right here. As the others are starting to pick stuff up. One of the reservists does have a machine gun, though. More smoke's coming around. Search and destroy helicopters now trying to land on the back. Maybe to then try to... No, it's too far from the purple zone for him to make a play. Machine gun firing out. It's Martin moving. Vov trying to move away from that position because he knows if he gets into a 1v1 with these guys, he's done. Everyone moves in. Car pushing in as well, and we got additional Blue 4 trying to move in. Is he trying to do it again? He's gonna try to do it again. Templar is just insane, man. Hopefully... You know what will really bug me? If he opens that door again and just throws a grenade in this time. One taps him, and then immediately backs off. Helicopter taken out as a pupper comes back, and I guess he found some AT and he takes it out. All right, so West completes an objective, and save all 119s completed. So West had the number advantage from everyone being brought back in here. Templar gets the other kill, and that's probably from the fact that Blue 4 sent these guys in. So Blue 4 have officially won. Because it's 5 points for all the RD pieces, and then 4 points for the town. There's only 6 points remaining that are scoreable. Actually, it would be 9 points, my bad. Was that our boy? Yes, that was. His hat's down. The other one gets taken out. Rifle grenades going in. Grenades blow him away, and that's GG. So all of the RD trucks survive. That's 5 points. Blue 4 more people in the purple zone. That is 3 points. Op 4, I think, are down below 10, so that's going to be another 3 points to Blue 4. Op 4, I don't see them knocking Blue 4 below 10. It could still happen with the number trading, but at this point, regardless of how all this plays out, Blue 4 won. Because they just took the most valuable objectives, and Op 4 got nothing. So the veteran player there just got taken out, I think ending with 14 kills. Yep. Very solid effort, but unfortunately, just wasn't meant to be. Templar looting, they see his backpack, he's on 4 kills now. Dennis, Depso, and Pogo all sticking around, and then we got another group of 3 over here. Hey, Horizon, how you doing? Alright, anyway, guys, later today we will have some OFCRA. I might do a little bit of mission dev early, but I do have some IRL stuff to take care of as well that I want to get done before I handle that, so don't rely on that. I'm a little behind because the ARMA update kind of, pushed a few things back, but we'll get things going. Did I say OFCRA? I'm sorry, I meant POG. You're right. This is OFCRA right now. I'm being an idiot. For dead checking with Ace, yeah, just shoot him in the head. And then your counter argument is, what if it's friendly Liru? And it's like, well, scoring is scoring. I swear to God. He gets knocked to his feet, so his aim goes up. Hey, look, the one thing Twig should have used in the first place! And it ironically kills the guy that threw it, too! That's the second time that I've seen that in this match, where someone throws a grenade, and then they knock themselves out or kill themselves with their own grenade. I don't know, man. We still have another 30 minutes, well, 27 minutes left on this match. A little bit of blue on blue potentially going on. Or they're just shooting at ghosts. It's a hallway, dude. Ooh, spooky. Yeah, Daz, that's what the bullets are for. Just, you know, pop them in the head. And then if their body ragdolls again, then they're dead. Easy. Or in Devil Demon's case. Never mind. I still can't believe we had 2 instances in that Ukraine training campaign where a mortar gunner put his mortar either under power lines or next to a building, and then they killed themselves. The power lines one, it was funny. Damn that mortar, yep. Hi, Devil, how you doing? Yeah, they're vaulting over. Also, by the way, tomorrow I don't think we're going to have any time for DayZ. I'm being kidnapped to go to this, like, fright thing at a local farm. And that's going to be done after FNF, so I can either cover FNF or run DayZ. I might put an impromptu pull down. And I'll let people choose. Long, boring day. That's fair. I've just been slowly unscrewing all my mission files on anything related to the update and tuning things. But we'll get there when we get there. I just want to be caught up by the end of this month. Then we can focus a little more on variety streaming, still do some good stuff with Arma 3, and work on some other stuff. Ooh, Horizon. That does not sound good. Rifle grenade randomly fired out. Looks like it was a smoke one. And we're just going to have the final fight for this middle zone. OPFOR still have the helicopter in the air. That's not really going to be much for them. I mean, it's foot for flap, their commander. We have 2 groups of 3 on the ground. And then for Blue 4, we have a group of 5 coming in from the north, and from the south, a group of 11. So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 16. So if OPFOR kill 5 more, they'll negate the same amount of points that Blue 4 has. I think it's 3 from already negating OPFOR down to 10 or less. Is he just firing all smoke grenades so they can charge through the open field? That's cute. But final score, more than likely going to be 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 3. Which is what, 15-3? Rubber banded an APC over me. I think I saw that. If it was from Ivno main, then I'm gonna be honest, it looked a little deliberate, but at the same time, I'm not sure he saw you. Look at that grenade. Oh, wow, that. I thought I was gonna hit OPFOR, but no, it almost hit friendlies there. Blue 4 down to 5. Nope, okay, the 6 is over here. Got this little alcove up there. They're trying to use it as a local Overwatch position. Blue 4 take the final zone. The one OPFOR member that was in there has been killed. We have another one-on-one, and that is Blue 4 winning that fight. Django knocks Lemon out, but does not double tap. Could still see him come around and attempt another double tap. I think this match had some pretty good firefights. And he's still alive, but that double tap round definitely did more to keep him knocked unconscious. Kill him. There we go. And then there were 4. Helicopters still flying around. Blue 4 have a casualty up here. They are medicing him, though. How about the 2 uncon? Nope, they were found in double tap. That's even funnier. So OPFOR down to 4. Dennis on 3 kills. Pogo on no kills with that MG3. Mancho on no kills, and Azenor on 4 kills. So the one person likely to take it all would be Dennis. It is up to Dennis to win this fight. Position-wise, we do have a 2-man pincer team. T is on -1 kills. Never mind, it's up to T to win this fight for OPFOR. He was knocked out, but unfortunately, Blue 4 decided to bring him back. Massive desync right there. Great grenade throw. There goes the machine gunner. Pogo is killed. And OPFOR, we're down to 3 on the ground with 1 guy flying. You know what to say? I don't need to say it yet. That tree bounce is bullshit. There goes Lovely. Hold on, we got some blue on blue. And they see the OPFOR body, so they think it's a hostile. Even though there's a dead friendly right here. What's going on? Come on, Stefano, you can get him. 2 machine gunners, equal weapons, equal teams. Hey, look out, dude, that guy's right next to you. And then they realized they were all friendly. Oh, don't bother trying to bandage that, buddy. He dead. And then I don't know what the heck these 2 are doing. 20 minutes left. Will the helicopter fly in and become a magic missile? Ah, yes, the Goldilocks wait of, oh, will they come through that one angle we really need them to come through so we can hit them? Or are we just going to sit here for 20 minutes? There's the helicopter. Yeah, I was kind of expecting them, once they realized that they could redeploy the units on the northern side, they should have just taken the rest of them and redeployed them on that side to get better positioning, but I guess they just couldn't reach them because they didn't have any long-range radios to make that work. Honestly, I need to figure out a way to resuscitate dead players. That would really help me in a game mode I'm working on. Oh, we see 1 rifle shot go out. I think he's trying to hit him through the fence, and Hooney doesn't have any way to respond to that. However, Django is coming. Hold on, he's got... Oh, okay, that's a Mark 14. I thought for half a second that might have been Ibnomain's scoped marksman rifle, which was the M1 Garand. Oh, he's thinking about it. Hold on, wait a minute. Blue 4 decide to engage themselves once again. We have another dead Blue 4 member right here. The gunshots are making them freak out, but DJ's now rolling out here. He gets a kill, and he gets another kill. And that is all of OPFOR dead except their 1 helicopter pilot. But can Blue 4 manage to kill each other so that Flip for Flap can land and go score these final points? Come on. Vault over the wall and kill them. You know you want to. That's a 2nd casualty. Technically, 2nd KIA casualties right there with them bandaging. Come on, guys. You only look the same, use the exact same weapons, and probably speak the same language. Actually, it's OFCRA. They speak a bunch of different languages. Get him. Aw, you missed. Yeah, keep shooting. Get him. Come on, you can do it. Fatal funnel them with that MG3. Yes. Why'd you stop shooting? Shoot him. Finish him. Finish him. He's been cable tied. Why did he get cable tied? He wasn't the MG3 trying. I think DJ just ran up there and double tapped him just to be safe. Yep. All right. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Flip for Flap's going to stay in the air for the next 12, 13 minutes. So, damn. If only Blue 4 was able to wipe each other. Did they release Huni? Or, no, okay, it was Hero, my bad. He'll stand trial later, even though I think it was the MG3. But that is that, guys. Let me see how many Blue 4 are left with. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then Pierce is bleeding out back here because of course he is. So I don't think OP4 even get the 3 points for that supremacy bonus. So that is that. Anyway, we will be back in about 3 hours. Thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Cheers. We have paid for pain soon. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your Thursday.